Hi guys, it's album review time. Before I get onto the album review, I want to say a huge thank you to Rosario. Sent me this through the post this week. Their brilliant album, To the Gods We Swear. Guys, if you love a bit of European metal, you're going to absolutely love this fantastic album. I've already reviewed the album on the channel. Check it out. And they sent me a mug so I can take that to work with me and drink my tea at break time. And they also sent me this t-shirt. How brilliant is that? So thank you so much to Rosario for sending me that stuff. Check the band out, they're amazing. Okay, on to the album review. This is No Love Lost and Last Call. I just want to say thank you to the band for sending me this. They sent me a link to the album so I could review it. It's available everywhere, not on all streaming services yet, but I believe that's coming later on. But man, you've got to pick this up now. You've got to pick this up now. Order it, go onto their website, order the album. You're absolutely going to love this. So October the 7th this came out. Hard rock band from the US. That's so cool, man. I love talking about American rock and metal because that's what I grew up on and that's what I love. I mean, I love it when it's been a good year for American rock and metal this year, and this just adds to the brilliance of that. Like I said, this is a hard rock band, and you know, they do, for me, they sound like a brilliant mid-80s American rock band. That's what they sound like to me, with a great production, by the way. This album, it sounds amazing. It really does. So it's on Cavell Records. That's where you can pick it up from. And who did this band sound like? I mean, I was trying to think of the bands that this really sounds like. Some of the great American bands that have been, you know, with us in the past. For me, it's got touches of Lion. Don't know if anyone remembers that mid-80s band, Lion, Icon, White Lion. That sort of great sort of heavy rock in the 80s that was probably seen as metal back then, but so melodic. Every chorus is so catchy. And I've got to say, there's no filler on this album, but the start and the end are just amazing. There's some amazing tracks on offer here. So I've actually, you know, I've done a couple of reactions. I think Paul Relay turned me onto this band, and thank you, Paul, once again for doing that. And amazing band. I mean, man, just to join the great roster of rock and metal that's come out this year. So let me get on to the band members. You've got Scott Bald on vocals. Man, what a vocalist. I mean, he's just got so much melody in his voice. He's got like a warmth to his voice. He's got such a cool tone. He can reach heights. He's got a few screams on this, but man, his tone is just beautiful. Whatever range he sings in, he's got so much melody in his voice. You got Mark Brown on guitar. Man, I mean, it's a guitar-driven album. That's what it's all about. This is vocals, guitar, bass and drums. I'm sure I heard some keys somewhere on the album, but they're not mentioned actually in the band members, because it is very guitar driven. This is but there's, you know, that doesn't mean it lacks melody. It's not a heavy metal album. It's definitely hard rock. Huge choruses, like I said, and guitar solos and melodies are just fantastic. Some of the riffs are amazing. And on bass and drums, you've got bass is Matt Crow, and on drums is Jason Collins. Yeah, just a really cool sound this band have got. I'm not sure if this is their debut album, but if it is, it sounds so tight. It's just an amazing rhythm section. I love everything about this album. It's one of them out of nowhere albums, you know, that so glad, like I said, Paul really introduces me to some great music on this channel, and they've blown me away. They really have with this album. So let me run through the tracks. After the intro, 38-second intro, it's like a synth and guitar. All we get is like a synthesizer and a guitar at the beginning, like a bit of lead guitar. Then it goes into the brilliant It Ain't Over Till It's Over. I reacted to this song. It's an amazing single, and this track, man, it's just one of the best tracks of the year. It's amazing. Like I said, it was a single, blistering solo to start the track. That's how you want to start a track, with a blistering solo. And then you get some really cool, like between the riffs, you get some really cool solo in. So the guitar is so busy on this album and all the way through it. Huge chorus, and you're going to hear me saying that a lot. There's a huge chorus. I love the way the lead vocals are swapping in and out with the background vocals, almost like trading off against each other. So much energy in this band. The first of many amazing solos as well, man. I mean, this guitarist, Mark Brown, is just something special, he really is. This is such an infectious track, guys. It's just so much of an earworm. High-end screams in this as well. Such a strong single and such a great start to the album. Obviously, minus the intro, which is a cool build-up to this song anyway. Keep the Fire Burning is the next track.
Let's keep the fire burning. Don't take your loving arms away.
This was also a single. Love this song, man. There's a cool atmospheric sort of intro, and then we hit a brilliant 80s inspired AOR track. The guitars are still way up in the mix. That's what this album is mainly about. The guitars are well high up in the mix, and there's a great picky guitar melody that sort of sits beautifully alongside that infectious chorus. It's sort of almost, this song almost gives me a little few vibes of that time of year. Vinnie Vincent, it really gives me those vibes. It's sort of like a hard rocking ballad, if you like. An amazing song. Then we move on to Love Gone Wrong. Slight 80s Scorpions vibes for me, I felt like, as the twin lead melody kicks in at the start of the song. There's a great catchy riff, and it's a brilliant track as well. Those little picky guitar parts again sort of weave their way through this brilliant track. It's pure melodic rock, and it's a driving track as well. And what I mean by that is you get in your car, you turn it up, hopefully the sun's shining, and you whack it up. That's what it's all about. Save Me Tonight is the next track. When I saw the title of this, I thought, could it be a cover of one of my favourite ballads of the 80s, the White Sisters' Save Me Tonight? It's not, but it's a fucking great track all the same. Synth plays a little bit of a bigger part in this, so there is synth parts, especially through the verses, but that cool chugging guitar sort of weaves its way into another super melodic chorus. The guitars are definitely sort of slightly back in the mix on this one, sort of making it a bit more clean guitar at the forefront. A bit of a ballad, I would say, but not quite, you know what I mean? It's sort of like, is it a ballad, is it not? But it's a very cool song. I Will Be Waiting is the next track. The heavier guitars return in this great rocking track. It's quite a riff-laden track, this one. There's riffs just everywhere on this. There's loads of groove to this song as the guitars are really busy and high in the mix. A fun rocking track. Then Destiny is the proper ballad. An acoustic guitar leads to a beautiful twin lead melody, and it's ballad time. It's true ballad time. A heartfelt track that sort of sees those twin lead melodies come in and out. Vocals are outstanding on this track as they roar into another big chorus. A bit of an 80s style ballad, I would say, would be all over MTV. I mean, if MTV was such a thing anymore and they actually played music, this would have been a massive hit, an excellent acoustic-led ballad. Track 8 is Mistake, and the great tracks just keep coming. This rocking fun feel of this band is in full force. There's a bit of fun and very definite fun in this track. Catchy melodic rock is what's on offer here. Again, those really clever, intricate guitar melodies just work their way through this really catchy song. A bit of a 90s feel, I would say, like an early 90s feel to this. I mean, mainly we're talking influence from the 80s here, but definitely a bit of 90s at times. My Cinderella is the next track. It's sort of a bluesy mid-80s rocker, this one, like 85 in LA never went away, really. Attitude, sort of filled stadium rock at its best. This song really fucking struts, man. It's a great track. Then Summer Lover is the next one. Just as the song title suggests, it's a great summer track as well. Grab some beers, barbecue, head to the beach. That's what it makes you feel like, because that's what this track really spells out. Those sort of picky Vito Bratta White Lion-esque guitar licks are all over this song. Brilliant track. Then we move on to Broken Heart. The riff and the sirens here put you right in the heat of like an American city, and it's another track that has such a swag and attitude to it. A little bit of an understated chorus, I would say, in this one, as it sort of weaves its way into your head on repeated listens, but it's well worth it in the end. One of the strongest tracks on offer, actually, as we hit that back end of the album that's so strong. And then again, a really strong track to finish off. Fighting for Your Love finishes the album. It's a rocker to finish off this brilliant release. After a great opening riff, an even better frenetic riff comes in. It accompanies the verses, and we end up with another extremely strong track. What a way to end the album. Guys, this is available now. This band is No Love Lost. The album's called Last Call. This is right up my street. This is mid-80s sounding, inspired, melodic hard rock. Just brilliant stuff. So if you like all that stuff, you like the sound of that, get hold of this album straight away, guys. You won't be disappointed. I'll see you soon.